no. Shut the up.
Oh my
Is
God.
that respecting the people? Counter-revolutionaries are not going to be respected, and I'll fight to defend that. I will fight in the streets. I will fight here. I'll fight anywhere. I'm going to fight for the revolution, no matter how many mother conservatives come after me. You can kill me, but there will be 10 more in my place. You all.
All right, so today we're gonna be reacting to a Cliff video where he debates a woke college student. Isn't that a first? Have you heard that before? A woke college student? Yeah, I know plenty of those. But you know, enough talking. Let's get right into it. Let's see what we can take away from this video.
I get more than enough opportunities to confront Nazism. Really? Have you punched a Nazi? Have you gone out in the streets and decked a Nazi? Have you done that? No. I have never decked a Nazi. Really? Then you're not helping. You're doing nothing. No. I debate Nazis, okay? Debating? Why are you so upset? I love your moral outrage. But please explain to me. I'm upset. What's the basis of your moral outrage? In Weimar Germany, they tried to debate the Nazis. You know what they had? Street thugs, brown shirts out in the streets, beating people down. Calling the press the Lugan press, the lying media. We hear over and over and over again. Fascism is back, and you're doing nothing. And you're sitting around trying to get an audience about, hey, we're going to fix everything. You're not fixing unless you're actually in the streets taking direct action. And you're doing nothing for the material interests of the people. What are you doing about poverty? What are you doing about homelessness? What are you doing about people who are disabled? People in the LGBTQ community. What do you think Jesus Christ commands his followers to do? What are you doing for them? You're doing nothing. That's not true. What has Jesus Christ commanded his followers to do about the poor, about the naked, about those who are starving? What has Christ commanded his followers to do? Do you have any idea? What has he commanded us to do? If I put my faith in Christ, what does he command me to do about injustice, about the poor, about the starving? What has he commanded? You know? Tell me, what does he say? He has commanded his followers to feed the hungry, to clothe the naked, to stand against injustice and evil. Then are you a capitalist, sir? Do you believe in capitalism? No, I don't believe in capitalism. Oh, really?
First of all, why is he so pissed? I mean, just look at his face. He looks pissed right now.
Really? So you're a socialist then, is that right? No, I'm not a socialist. Oh, so what are you then? Let's define the terms. Because that's what it really means.
Interesting choice of wardrobe, I'll say that much.
All right, material reality. That's what it means. Let's talk about reality. I am convinced that the solution to America's problems and the world's problems is not the conservative Republican or the liberal Democrat. I am convinced that the problem of the human heart goes deeper. I am convinced that it's an interaction with God, a relationship with Jesus Christ that changes the human heart. I don't care if it's capitalism, socialism, or communism. All three systems have been used by corrupt people to rip people off. Therefore, my hope for your future is not liberal socialism or conservative capitalism. My hope for your future is Jesus Christ, the kingdom of God, learning to live in relationship with him. And when you study the past 2,000 years, you will notice how followers of Christ fed the hungry, visited those sick and in prison, clothed the naked under communist regimes, in socialist states, and in capitalist states. So the bottom line issue is not what economic system do you buy into. Why is that not the bottom issue? Because obviously, guys, the solution to human problems is not money. Money's nice, but I can promise you, communism, socialism, and capitalism are not going to solve divorce, sexism, racism, violence, hatred. It ain't gonna do it, guys. Because the followers of Jesus Christ have done really well in eliminating sexism, homophobia, racism, and all the rest. That's totally correct. I've completely forgot about the last, 2,000 years of history? Come on, man. Yeah? So, the proof is in the pudding. What are you doing? Good. Obviously, Dr. Martin Luther King did a little bit to fight racism in this culture. And he was a socialist! No, he was a Christian minister, guys. He was a socialist. He said it himself. Yeah, fine. But that wasn't the bottom line for Dr. King. The bottom line for Dr. King was he was a follower of Jesus Christ. Did he do it perfectly? No. None of us do it perfectly. But obviously, Dr. Martin Luther King, in his letter from a Birmingham jail, talks about why racism is wrong. And the reason racism is wrong is not...
Yo, just look at his face. Just look at his face right there. Look how evil he looks. You guys tell me if that is a face of a normal student. He looks like he can do some damage for sure.
Not because some state or some economic system says racism is wrong. The reason that racism is wrong is God creates every one of us in his image, which means we all have value, dignity, significance. Racism is a denial of the value and dignity of a human being. It's that simple. Socialism is not going to cure the world's problems. Neither is capitalism, neither is communism. They're all different economic systems. And I, as a follower of Christ, will live within whatever economic system I find myself in, but I can promise you, I will work for the well-being of human beings, not because I'm a capitalist or a socialist or a communist, but because I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. And he commands his followers, feed the hungry, clothe the naked, visit those who are sick and in prison. Now, why do you, sir, value human beings as valuable? Why? What's your reason?
Because it's in our collective material interest to watch over each other, to make sure that we all have the basic necessities of life. Clothing, food, shelter, these are the essentials that are not being provided under capitalism. The very thing that you probably support. Let's be real.
You sounded like a capitalist when you started.
Excuse me?
You sounded like a capitalist. Rewind the tape. What did you just say? You said, I am committed to the economic well-being of all people. Well, you sound like a capitalist. That's what a capitalist wants, the economic well-being of our people.
And one thing, you can't say that you don't support capitalism if you're gonna be, purchasing things that are made via capitalism. I'm pretty sure that guy right there has an iPhone or an Android that was made by capitalism. So you can say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, you don't have to agree with it, but then don't support it. But if you're not going to agree with it and then you support it anyways, that kind of makes you a hypocrite. So just wanted to point that out.
No, that's all. All right, you know how many people capitalism has killed? Since its inception, it's almost even on the table than anything else.
All right, let's talk about how many people atheists have killed.
Atheism killed?
Look at that laugh right there. Tell me that's not evil. It might be to me because that looks pretty. Let me just stay shut. Go ahead.
Holy! You're the most uninformed mother seen on the planet. And
another thing, just a lack of disrespect, right? So you have Cliff here, which is by far one of the most respectful debaters I've ever seen. And his demeanor is always the same. It's very calm, very educated. Whereas some of the people he debates, you can tell they're emotionally driven, and that doesn't really make for a good debate. It just makes for an argument, and I don't know. It's kind of frustrating to see how humans behave in that matter, especially when someone as nice as Cliff. I don't think I've ever seen Cliff pissed off.
demagogue.
Really?
Yeah.
Was Mao Zedong an atheist?
Yeah. Mao Zedong was a leader of the people.
How many people did Mao Zedong, as an atheist, murder?
100 million?
Good. All right. Roughly around 100 million, Mao Zedong, an atheist, murdered. How many people did Joseph Stalin, another atheist, murder? How many people did Joseph Stalin murder?
20 million.
Okay. How many people did Adolf Hitler, another atheist, murder?
He wasn't an atheist. He's raised Roman mother Catholic.
No, he wasn't a Roman Catholic.
He was raised Roman Catholic in the
Sorry.
Empire.
You were probably raised in a Christian home if you live in Texas, so it doesn't mean you're a follower of Christ just because you're raised in a Christian home.
True.
All right? And I like him. It's okay. Don't worry. We're doing okay out here.
I'm not playing devil's.
I like your passion, okay? I love your passion, all right?
Ask this question.
No. We're dialoguing. We'll get to you next. Okay, fair enough? So, let's talk about how atheism opens you up to slaughtering people. Why? Why does atheism open you up to slaughtering people? It's the same answer to the question I asked you that you haven't answered. Why is a human being valuable? You gotta answer the question, guys, every single one of you, because you deal with human beings every single day. So why is a human being valuable? Come on, guys, that's not a hard question.
Wait, anybody know that?
We're valuable because God created us, and God gave us innate value.
No, we're valuable because we're human beings and we have an innate value that isn't defined by some ornate religious order. We are defined by our common interest in keeping each other alive. And the only people that want to destroy that are the enemies of the people, and they should be destroyed in a revolution. That's what I'm talking about.
All right. Okay. Fair enough.
Shut the up!
Oh my
Is
God.
that respecting the people?
Counter-revolutionaries are not going to be respected, and I'll fight to defend that. I will fight in the streets. I'll fight here. I'll fight anywhere. I'm going to fight for the revolution, no matter how many conservatives come after me. You can kill me, but there will be 10 more in my place. You all.
Unfortunately, this is a big portion of the woke community and woke college students. This is exactly how they act. And just because the opposing debater happens to be, for lack of a better word, a conservative, all of a sudden, once you mention conservative, this is exactly how they get. They go through the roof with emotion.
You conservatives, enemy of mother people.
Wait, now, wait a second. Is that respect for people?
Who cares about respect? They want to kill my friends. They want to kill me. They want to kill my family.
Who wants to kill you?
Conservatives and MAGA shoulds. That's what we're talking about.
The conservatives.
The homophobe.
I don't want to kill you.
Nobody here wants to kill you, sir.
Yeah, maybe you're not you love, but you and your MAGA shud friend.
No, sir.
Maybe can't do.
No, nobody here wants to kill you.
Yeah, they're just being a bro. Gotta say is that God's love is not this, right? You yelling at this dude, you trying to debate people. That's not God's love, my dude. Come on. What I ever did they wish bet each other? Well, if we all started saying, hey, bro, that's a that shirt, bro. This is a beautiful shirt. This is a beautiful day. Yes. We can understand that it's all right, bro.
Hey, I'm going to ask you something. Does Texas State give you guys a fascination with the F-bomb? What's going on, guys? How do you guys communicate?
Y'all are just attacking each other. We're debating, not fighting.
Well, what's your fascination with the F-bomb?
Huh?
What's your fascination with the F-bomb? Why do you sprinkle it so liberally in all your speech? Why? You got to use the F-bomb in order to communicate
I'm
past.
sorry, why are you spouting respectability politics? That has nothing to do with the actual positions that we're representing.
Sir, when you...
Just because you wear a nice shirt and a sweater vest like Mr. Rogers doesn't mean that your points are more valid than mine.
I am not Mr. Rogers. You don't have to worry. I was given this sweater. I didn't buy it. I was given it to wear.
I'm not knocking your style. I'm just saying if you're going for respectability politics, let's lay it all out there.
Sure, I'm not going for respectability politics.
Really? Because you just said a second ago that you don't want people to say a common term in the vernacular. Really?
All right, I'll tell you why. Why don't you ask me why do I object to that?
Why do you object to it?
Thank you for asking that great question. I object to that because I am convinced that sex is a beautiful gift from God, which means to trivialize sex is wrong. I was at the University of Arizona, and a guy raised his hand and said, I like date rape. I said, all right, I understand, but how can you justify date rape? And he said, I justify it by understanding that I have a very high testosterone level. That's why date rape is good.
Yeah, what the?
That's a trivialization of sex and of a woman. And to trivialize sex and to trivialize a
You're
woman.
conflating 2 points right there. See, that's a ridiculous Anyone who watches politicians, this is exactly what the they do. They try to manipulate their speech by like saying a bunch of different things that have nothing to do with each other and try to conflate the other thing in order to make it seem like the other person has that viewpoint. I said nothing about women. I said nothing about the sanctity of sex. I said nothing about it. I said that it's a common vernacular. And the fact that you're trying to trivialize it and you're trying to make it look like I hate women or I hate sex, it's full of and you know it. You're doing it and you know
Well,
it.
instead of doing that, you are lying, sir. You're out of touch with reality. And that's sad.
And this is kind of what happens is that they can't make the argument. They know that they're getting beat at the argument or the debate that they're having. And as you can see there, they just kind of walk away. Why? Because they got nothing else to say if it's not something that's vulgar, inaccurate, or yelling. And it's all emotion based. But that's the society we live in today. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think that he was justified for behaving that way just because he is passionate about what his argument is? I personally don't think so, but would like to see what you guys think in the comments.